When I read St. Matthew's version of Jesus' birth, sometimes I think, boy, I must have missed something. There's no journey on a donkey to Bethlehem, no going from end to end looking for a place to stay, no choirs of angels, no shepherds, not even a stable or an angel. These things all happen in Luke's gospel, but in Matthew's version, we just get the bare bones account. A young woman promised to Joseph is with child, and he has to make a decision whether to expose her or divorce her quietly. Then, with the prompting of an angel in a dream, he goes ahead and he marries her. And then the chapter ends with the words, she bore a son, and he named him Jesus. No big Hollywood production there. There's not even enough material there to put on a good Christmas pageant. Matthew's version is so mundane, so everyday. Just think of all the fun we would have missed out on without Luke's more detailed account. No more shaping angel wings or finding shepherd's robes, and nobody gets to say, oh, there's no room at the inn. But you know, as I get older, I think I like Matthew's account a little better. In today's world, we have built up Christmas into such a big to-do that it's pretty much impossible to recognize the day as the memorial of an actual holy event. We spend so much time on gift buying, house decorating, cookie baking, and all the other stuff that comes with the holiday that sometimes, just like the Christmas pageant, it becomes more trouble than it's actually worth. How many times have people ended up with health issues because of all the hustle and the bustle and the anxiety of preparing for the holiday? We've made such a major production out of this day that for some, rather than a day of joy, it's become a day of sadness, even of depression, because it can't be like the ones they remembered in the past, before the loss of a parent, a spouse, or a child. No, I think it's important that sometimes we ponder St. Matthew's account, the one without the heavenly host, and the shepherds and the sheep, and remember the day for what it is, the coming of Emmanuel, God with us, into our world. But of course, Matthew's account is not without drama, but all the drama occurs within the heart of Joseph. We know that Joseph was a carpenter. In those days, when wealth was usually measured in terms of land or livestock, a carpenter was kind of at the lower end of the economic scale. We also know that Joseph was a righteous man and a devout Jew. And Mary coming to him carrying a child that he knew for certain was not his would have been a blow not only to his ego, but to everything he believed in. He would not have been faulted for exposing Mary to ridicule and possibly death, and even a quiet divorce would have left Mary in a difficult position. An unmarried woman with a child had very few options back in those days. But then came the angel in a dream. I always wondered about that angel. How did Joseph know that it was an angel? And how could Joseph possibly believe what the angel told him? After all, it must have sounded pretty far-fetched to him that the child of this young woman was carrying was conceived by the Holy Spirit. How often does that happen? Reason and common sense would tell you that it doesn't. Yet Joseph did recognize his angel, and he did accept the message that the angel brought to him. And because he recognized that angel, and because he received and accepted the angel's message, we have today the miracle and the mystery of the Incarnation. But what about us? Are we able to recognize the angels that come into our lives? And are we able to receive and accept the message that these angels bring to us? I know in my own life there have been, many miracles and mysteries that I'll never be able to explain. When I remember some of the things that I did in my late teens and my early 20s, I consider it a miracle that I'm still here. And I can't help but think that there was an angel watching over me over those years. And what was it that prompted my heart to say, this here is the one, when I first laid eyes on my wife? Could it be that it was that same angel within my heart that appeared to Joseph in a dream? Believe you me, by being up here at the pulpit is a miracle and a mystery that I would never have believed 20 years ago. I don't remember seeing any angel telling me about becoming a deacon. Sometimes I wish I could. Then I would be a little bit more sure of what I was doing. But I truly believe that I did hear a little voice telling me to look into becoming a deacon. You know, I truly do believe that we all have our angels speaking to us in our hearts. And our lives are filled with mystery and miracles. Look at us today here in this church, celebrating the greatest and the most wonderful mystery and miracle of all in this Eucharist. It's a mystery so wonderful and profound, yet it's still so common and so everyday that it occurs throughout the world and virtually at every hour of the day. So in this final week of Advent, let's reflect with wonder and with gratitude the angels that have been present to us in our lives, and to the mysteries and to the miracles that they have led us to. But let's not just look for them in the moment, in the momentous, in the spectacular moments of our lives when we're eating. Like Matthew's Gospel, let's learn to see our angel in the common and the everyday moment of our lives, when we're eating our oatmeal at breakfast, or when we're driving to work, or when we're standing in line at the grocery store. After all, the message the angel brought Joseph those many years ago, and the one that he brings to us today and every day, is at its core the one and the same. And that message is Emmanuel. God is with us.